Hey guys, Mora here, bringing you the draft analysis for Season 3 of the War Showdown series. And this time I'm not alone, I'm here with Nutcrack0.
Hey guys, what's up? Glad to be here.
And yeah, we're doing this different thing, trying to make an analysis of my team. We just finished a video for his channel, so I'll leave the link in the description. Please go and check him out. He'll be part of the season. He's a really good friend of me and a really great battler, so yeah. Let's go right into my team to not make this longer and make you a little bit bored. So we'll begin with my first pick, which was Zygarde. I'll give you the first comment, please. Nutcrack0, can you help me with this mon?
Yeah, I like this mon because it can run a lot of sets, and it also has a really good setup moves such as Coil, Dragon Dance, and it can fit different roles on your team. The only thing I don't like about the mon is the ability, but I mean, who cares, because it's such a good mon. It also has a good coverage, but you don't really need the coverage, as you can only need to spam 1000 arrows. It's a really good move, and yeah, basically it has decent stats. I mean, more than decent stats. The speed is kind of lackluster, but 95 should be more than enough because it is a Dragon Dance user. And I don't know what you feel about it.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you guys. I didn't have a plan for the draft. The only thing I knew is that I wanted to draft Zygarde, mainly because of the threat that it is now in the OU meta at the moment. The stats are really nice. The buff with 1000 arrows, it's the only mob you need, as here Andres said, and the extreme speed is also an option. Obviously, if you want to sweep with this mon, you may run those two moves. The coil option is also there to boost my defense, the Dragon Dance. If I want to have more power, I can run Earthquake also instead of 1000 arrows, which I don't see myself doing it because of the power and the secondary effect about 1000 arrows. I can even run a Sleep Talk set with Rest. But yeah, Zygarde is my Dragon type, also a electric immunity with the ground typing. My immunity to electric types, so that's also really nice for any team. The stats they're obviously really great. Not the fastest mon, but I can play around with that speed, and yeah, even the special attack can surprise some teams. So the attack, 100 base is not the greatest, and you'll see as I go into my draft. After I pick Zygarde, I wanted to be sure of having hazards and of having wall breakers. So that's why I got my second mon, which was Victini. Also, Andres, I don't know if you want to talk for Victini a little bit.
I really like this mon because it has great stats overall, 100 all over the board, and it also can be special or physical. Of course, the most common set is going to be the Big Create spam, Scarf Big Create, or even Choice on Big Create, as it can either wall break or clean. You have the option for Final Gambit, which is a long shot, but it is there. You can also be a bulky set with Thunderwave, Toxic. It also gives you momentum with U-turn. Overall, it's a really good pick, and it is worthy of being a tier 1 pick, to be honest. Personally, I like faster mons, like 110's base speed, but Victini is just such a good mon, and I think it fits your playstyle very well.
Yeah, I love Victini. I've used it in some previous leagues. The coverage it gets is also great. The Choice Band set, the Choice Scarf set, maybe a Navy set. The options of hitting the water types with the Bolt Strike, and as you said, I'll be spamming Big Create or a Psychic Stab almost all the time. The U-turn is nice, but mainly Victini is one of the best fire types in the meta, I would like to say, and it helps a lot Zygarde to make holes in my opponent's team and then sweep with my dragon. So yeah, that's why I picked Victini. And yeah, that's my second pick.
Yeah, solid pick.
After this, I was looking for a mon since I think maybe 2 or 3 leagues before, and I didn't have the chance to use it before, and I went with this, which is Togekiss. I wanted this fairy because I think it can win games by itself, just like a Jirachi with the Serene Grace. Also the fact that it can be a really bulky mon with Defog, with Roost, I can even set up nasty plots with this mon. As you know, maybe from the leaks of the WSS, we are allowed to use baton pass if you are not passing it with speed. So I can pass that plus to nasty plot boost and to any other of my mons. I mean, I can even sweep with this mon. The 120 special attack is really nice, and both stabs, the air slash and the dazzling gleam, also combined with the flamethrower, can sweep teams. The base is not the best, 80, but I can play also with that speed and the bulk. It can take hits from the defensive side and the especially defensive side. So I'm really glad about getting Togekiss. I was really happy of getting it for the first time. I don't know if you want to say something about it.
Yeah, the only thing it's really annoying with the Paraflinch because of its ability, like same as Urachi, but I mean, it gives you the option to run either a defensive set or an offensive set. So overall, it's a solid pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the options of Tailwind, Thunder Wave, even a Wish with Heal Build can be also an option. A support set. I've seen. I think I told you before. I've seen MB use this mon as a physically offensive move. Mon with string speed and other stuff. So
yeah,
you can maybe see that this season. You never know.
Very obnoxious.
Yeah. Next pick. Also a mon I wanted to use since a long time, and I'm really glad of having it, which is Scolipede. Mainly I pick it because of the hazards. I gotta be honest. The toxic spikes and the spikes are really nice for Zygarde, also for Victini to make holes. But also this mon can be a really nice sweeper with the speed boost. Also the coverage it gets. I think 100 base attack with the Swords Dance boost can be really nice. Maybe with a Life Orb, maybe with a C move. You never know. Obviously it is not bulky, but you can run a Sash, or you can make it your sweeper, and maybe Baton Pass the speed boost, and just make other mons sweep the other's team.
Yeah, like you said, you can, because bottom pass clause is allowed, you can pass the speed to either Victini, Zygarde, Togekiss, and the rest of your team, or you can either set up a Swordon by itself and start to clean, or even wall break. So it really depends on your matchup. So, but overall, it's a good mon.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm covered with the fire weakness with Zygarde and Victini.
Yeah, even it can also be a lead spikes, toxic spikes, Sash elite.
Yeah, so I also forgot to mention Togekiss is also one of my immunities to ground moves, so I feel more comfortable with it in the team. And yeah, I mean, a lot of options with Scolipede. I think it will be really nice for the team, and also really excited about using it for the first time. Next mon, as you see, I don't have a water resistance, and I every time I draft a team, I want my water type, and I saw Vaporeon was around, so I picked this mon. Pretty standard mon, I like to say, but it makes his job, absorbing the water. With his ability, really bulky. You can run a defensive set, a especially defensive set. The Wish, Protect, Heal, Bell, Scald, Ice Beam, Roar. I mean, the common options. It can be a really nice support mon for my team and for my Mega, which will come after this mon. I don't know if you want to say something about Vaporeon.
Yeah, Vaporeon mainly for support, as you already said. But you can also run a Specs modus Vaporeon if you want to surprise someone. But I don't think it's gonna be really a good set, to be honest. So just stick with what's good and support your mons, because you already have enough offensive presence.
Yeah, it gives me another immunity to electric with Togekiss, but I think I have Zygarde and weakness, sorry, and in the future, in the next months, you'll see I wanted to cover that electric weakness a little bit. And yeah, I mean, next pick, it's Mega Aggron. I decided to go with this Mega because I needed a tier 3 Mega in order to be able to collect points and get some options from the other tiers I wanted for my free mons. The filter ability is always nice. I've used Mega Aggron in previous leagues. I didn't want to use it without a support mon, and that's why I picked Vaporeon. I think both Vaporeon and Mega Aggron make a really nice core. Obviously, it can take hits for days with the filter ability and with that defense. If I invest in a special defense, it could be also really nice. I can even run, I think, Rock Polish in this mon and maybe surprise some teams. Obviously, it is my first rocker, and I think my most reliable rocker, so I'll be using it with 4 rocks almost all the time. I can run Thunder Wave, Toxic, other options like Earthquake, Ice Punch, Superpower, Stone Edge. And yeah, I don't know if you want.
Yeah, I've never used this mon before, so I don't know how good it is, but I've seen it, and I mean, you don't really have to run EVs on defense, which I think is a very good. Uh, it's very good for you, so you can invest those EVs on something else. But yeah, I think uh, it is a very bulky mon, and the most important part is that it gave you points. So yeah, good pick, and also like you
Yeah,
said, steel type with
I was
its
looking
ability.
at other options like Mega Pidgeot, um, Mega Blastoise, which I love a lot, but I think Mega Aggron also, like, it's really difficult to get a good Steel type in the meta. So Mega Aggron, I think it fits that role, and the core Dragon Fairy Steel type that I made with this first 6 months, I think I enjoy it, and I'm in love with the 6 months. So I think they will do a lot of work.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first 6 months of the team. Let's go right into the other 5 months. So going into the seventh round, um, I was looking into the tier 3 and I saw this mon that being free, being Halucha. I've seen it in other leagues. This mon, if you give him an option to set up with the onboard and boost, it's just so annoying and so threatening for any team. The Citrus Berry set with Swords Dance, the Sky Attack with the Power Herb boost are the most common ones. But you can run different sets, sub, SD, as I said, maybe in Agility Baton Pass. I have a lot of Baton Pass momentum and a lot of setup options, so I think I can use a lot of that. Bulk Up is also an option. And yeah, I mean, Halucha, I think a threatening mon.
Yeah, overall, I love this mon. I've never used it to be honest, but I've seen it wreak havoc on other leagues, as you said, and the most common set I think is the most important one, and also the set that put up puts up the most work. So I mean, you can either run a tailwind in taunt, or even from momentum you can run U-turn, but I don't see yourself doing that, as you have a very bulky team, and Halucha can be the sweeper. I mean, yeah, the sweeper of your team. So I think the role that Halucha has in your team is to just clean and sweep what's left. So
Yeah, it's a strong sweeper alongside the Zygarde. As you see, its stats, it is really fast, but it has not the best attacks stats and special attack stats. So I need to set up with this mon in order to make it work. But yeah, I mean, I'm really glad I have it. A fighting type, it's always nice.
yeah, definitely you need to set up sword dance.
The speed, obviously, my fastest mon in the team besides Scolipede with speed boost. But yeah, really glad of having that speed tier 2. That's Halucha.
Yeah, you can even pass a sword dance
Yeah,
with something else and
yeah,
just
with the baton pass, so
yeah. Yeah,
surprising any team.
yeah.
So going into the next pick, now it's the time to look into the lower tiers, and I'm not a fan of tier 5 in any league, but I saw this mon. I remember about this mon, and I needed to grab it before anyone else did it, so I went with Rhydon. I love Rhydon. I think it's really bulky with the Biolite. The stats are great besides the special defense. The speed is not the best, but you can run Rock Polish and surprise any team, or even a Swords Dance. It's also my second rocker, and both stab, like the ground stab and the rock stab, are really nice. A lot of coverage. I've been using it mainly for rocks and for take hits, maybe from flying types, fire types.
Yeah, I want to see you run a rock polish set so bad.
I've tried, dude. I've tried with Swords Dance and Rock Polish.
I mean, you don't have to run rock polish. You can just pass speed
Yeah,
boost from
or you.
Skull Lipid and
That's true.
just sweep. But yeah, Rhydon, it can also. I mean, I think it's gonna be your main rocks setter, because which was your other rock setter?
Mega Aggron.
Yeah, Mega. Well, yeah, Mega Aggron is also a good rock setter, but I mean, you have an option there.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall Mega Aggron is a better mon. And if I run Mega Aggron, I will probably not bring Rhydon in the same match, but it's another option.
Yeah, Rhydon is a worthy tier 5 mon.
Yeah, obviously, and that's why I pick it mainly because, as I said, I don't like tier 5, and seeing Rhydon there, it was a nice pick for me, I think. So, next pick, I needed a tier 4 mon, and besides Saigar and Victini, which I think were the planned ones for this draft, I also wanted Exploud so bad, and I'm really glad I got it. Because I've used it only in one league, I think, but every time I face Explode, I'm really scared about the Boom Burst and the Choice Specs. Choice Scarf can also clean if the team is not that bulky, but it just makes holes in the team. You don't need. It has really nice coverage, nice Beam Sword, Fire Blast, Focus Blast, but most of the time you only need to click Boom Burst. So yeah, Explode, I think a pretty standard mon, but a really great wall breaker.
Yeah, to be honest, you were missing a wall breaker on your team besides maybe Victini, but Exploud fits that role so well with your team. And yeah, nothing more to say. It also can be a sleep fodder.
Yeah.
And just be a sleep dogs Boom Burst with specs.
Yeah, one time I just ran Boom Burst with Sleep Talk and a Choice Spec, so I didn't feel the need to use any other two mons, so I leave the spacing blank there.
Yeah, and also it has decent defenses. Different special defense.
With the HP, I think you can switch safely, maybe into a Scald or
it balances it out.
Mons like Tangrowth, something like that.
Yeah, it's a good tier 4 and a good wall breaker.
Yep, and also normal type, which I was lacking, and I think having an immunity to Ghost is also nice.
Yeah, that's true.
So my next pick, I needed another tier 5, and I needed an electric type. I was looking maybe into some options like Substrika, like Raikou, but ultimately I decided to go with the Rotom, the normal form. And if you saw my videos from season 1, you know I love this mon and the roles it can fit in any team. I think it's really nice to be in tier 5. The stats are not the greatest, but if you use it, you start to believe in this mon and knowing that it can do much more than it seems. Both electric stab and ghost stabs are really nice, and you can be even a defensive set with Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, the Bolt Switch giving you momentum. The speed, it's not the best, but I think when you start using it, you realize that it's really clutch, outspeeding some threats and being slower than some threats that make you invest in more bulk and take more hits. I don't know if you have used Rotom or you have any comment about it.
Yeah, you needed an electric type, and Bolt Switch is a volatile move, and yeah, like you said, it can fit a lot of roles on your team. But mainly, I think, personally, I like the offensive set more. So you have used it already. I haven't, so you know better than.
Yeah, offensive sets with Specs and Scarf are really nice. You can also run a screen reflex, light screen reflex set. The trick option is there, the Thunder Wave is there. You can surprise someone with the Sucker Punch if you wanna be that guy.
Yeah, Will-O-Wisp Hex.
Yeah,
also.
I've used the Hex also. I've used Discharge also, and really nice coverage from Rotom. I've seen myself using it a lot.
Yeah, for a tier 5, it's very, very good mod.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I think I'd be using it more than Rhydon as a tier 5, and yeah, I'm really glad of having it there here again in the team. And going into my last pick, I wanted a Defogger or a Spinner. I was looking into Delmice, but it was already taken, and I didn't realize until like 2 rounds before me. And I also wanted a Grass type, so tier 3 was my only option, and I went with the Decidueye. I gotta be honest, this is the pick that I was more doubtful, but I think it can fit the role I wanted to feel like. The stats are not the greatest, but with the defog option, the Roost, also the Spirit Shackle with the Baton Pass, and the options of Nasty Blood and Swords Dance are also really nice. I can be offensive or I can be defensive, which is also nice. The option of running different sets. Also, my favorite starter from this generation. So yeah, I don't know if you want to say something.
Your only Hassle Control, right?
Alongside with Togekiss.
Oh yeah, that's true. So this mon, I think you can also, it is a second option for defog, which is great because you can never, every team needs more than just one hazard control. I would have preferred a rapid spinner, but I don't think they were any available at the time of the draft. I mean, at that time of the draft. And yeah, overall, it's a great mon, and maybe it can catch some people off guard with an offensive set.
Yeah, I think the other option was Cloyster as a rapid spinner, but I gotta be honest, and you gotta be honest. If I'm using Cloyster, I will probably use it as a shell smasher, not as a rapid spinner. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's why I went with the CGI. And also, like, the grass type is nice, another immunity to ground, resistance. Sorry, and yeah, I mean, a little bit weak to dark with these 2 months, but I still have Hawlucha, and Vaporeon and Mega Aggron can obviously take hits plus Togekiss, which is really bulky. So yeah, guys, that's the team. That's the team for the Monterrey Gyarados this season. Last season we stopped in the semifinals. So yeah, I know I always said this, but we're going for the cup this season. And yeah, as I said, I'll leave the link in the description to Nutcrack0's channel. We made a video about his team, analyzing it. So yeah, go check that out. And any last comments, dude?
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't like you. You have a fairly high weakness to shadow spam, as your only resistance is no.
Exploit.
Yeah, Exploit is your only immunity. Overall, I mean, you have 3 weaknesses, and I mean, Togekiss can take a hit, but I don't know, man. I don't like the shadow.
I mean, maybe a Gengar can be kind of problematic for my team.
Yeah, but it wasn't drafted.
Yeah, well, something, a strong ghost type like that, but at the end, I think Vaporeon and Mega Aggron are just so bulky, and
yeah, the combination of the 2.
Yeah, my options with Speed Boost and the Extreme Speed from Zygarde. Yeah, I think I can, if I prep correctly, I can
play around that. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, guys, I mean, if you have any comments, please let me know. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, guys, thank you, Nutcrack0 for being
here.
here.
Bye, guys. Glad to be here.
Bye, guys.